Prepare for trouble. Make it double.
Yeah? What? What?
Oh, that's right. Guess what? It's after 8 hours.
Yay.
It's a little lighter outside, have you noticed?
Yeah, with the freaking time
I fucking
jumps.
hate daylight savings time. Okay,
We need to get
well,
rid of it.
part of it is I hate getting used to it. I like more sunlight typically, however, is the getting used to it sucks because your body's already like chemically used to how it was before the time shift.
Yeah.
So now time is perceived much quicker. Like right now it is, it is a time. It feels like it was 2 hours prior.
Yeah.
And I hate that part the most. So anyway, welcome to the after raid hours with a little bit of extra light outside with illustrious host, the king of Pokemon Go.
The king.
The king!
That. I'm simply a player.
Oh, that's right. Simply a player, too modest for his own good.
You have to be.
That's
If you get too greedy, that's how you get chopped.
That's true. You don't want to get chopped.
Yeah.
JackJack.
And what
And
about
your
yourself?
boy. The guy, the JayTI7N, the boy who lived, come to die. Yeah, though. So ultimately, it's been crazy. We've had a lot of news. Pokemon Day came and went.
Super quick.
And I don't know if you watched the announcement. It was also super quick, kind of like they just like banged through everything.
Yes.
Until the end, which was an exciting reveal. But so that came and went, and then we had Pokemon Go Tour, a Kalos, which is again 6th gen,
ma'am.
really cool. And then kind of a lot of different things happening. This is
The flurry of events per usual.
Yeah, it's just like grr, 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 grr.
Yeah.
There's just so many things going on. The 30th anniversary of Pokemon is all year this year. I honestly feel a little underwhelmed by how they're celebrating it, but maybe that's just because I don't know what I should have expected. In that, like the 20th anniversary seemed a lot more fanfare. There's a lot more going on. 25th anniversary even was like okay, but
oh no, I would agree, and I think that's the intention. Is they don't want to put all their like everything in one event. They don't want to. They don't want to be a one pump chump, And I get it in the sense that they want to stretch the celebration across the year.
Fair.
They've said that a couple of times, and that's where, just like when it comes to the 30th anniversary event, I think it comes to understanding the fine print that Niantic does or Scopy does in their announcements.
Okay.
Is really keen into kind of understanding like, oh, there's more in tow, so just kind of be patient.
Okay.
Like you said, the events leading up to it, like with the anniversary, it was great. The announcement, like you said, was quick. And I don't know if it was just me, but like, did you see the Gale of Darkness stuff? Like,
I did.
Okay, I was really confused because they just like played the trailer, and then it just hopped right back into the normal stuff, and I was like, "Am I tripping?
Did I blink?
What?
Did I miss it?
Yeah, like,
what happened?
well, no, I watched the whole thing, and
Was
I was
that
like,
a dream?
Yeah, am I imagining crap? Like, is that supposed to come back? And people were like, oh, it's supposed to be for like a certain system or something like that. And I was like, is that what they were saying?
It's if you didn't know, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which is Shadow Lugia, the OG Shadow Lugia.
The true Shadow Lugia.
The sick Shadow Lugia, which I do still hope they introduce into Pokemon Go somehow. That game came out on the GameCube. It was actually a sequel to Pokemon Coliseum.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Which they... So they're bringing it to what's called Virtual Console. The GameCube Virtual Console exists, I think, only on Switch 2.
Okay.
And you have to have a Nintendo Online. There's a lot of steps to get it, but once you have it, there's a few games on there like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Shouts to Legend of Zelda. It's also their 40th anniversary. Yay. They're just kind of their forgotten child. Though I feel like Nintendo has something in the bag towards the middle or end of the year, and they'll probably either announce or even shadow drop the new Legend of Zelda.
That'd be dope.
But anyway, this is about Pokemon. This ain't about them.
It's not about them right now.
Yeah, no. So Gale of Darkness again, originally a GameCube release, is now being released on Virtual Console for the Switch 2.
Okay.
So I think that might be what people were talking about in terms of it's only on this. It's not like they're releasing a game cartridge to go buy and then play again.
That's what I've been hoping for. Like, I'm getting back into analog and just digesting games that way. So if it's not there, then I'm like, then what am I gonna do?
Yeah, and like similarly, with the kind of prior to this announcement, they had re-released Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Yeah.
On Switch 1 and Switch 2.
Dope.
That is one that there's not a physical re-release. It's not like on a cartridge, so that would have been kind of fun.
That would have been great.
But it's also not on their Virtual Console. It's actually its own standalone download. And I think part of that is they wanted to kind of monitor online play because it's easy to exploit those games.
Yeah.
But kind of the one thing I didn't get them, but I was a little bit intrigued in doing so because they included the special events that you could get. I believe it was Lugia and Ho-Oh in those games, and then also Deoxys.
Oh, really?
And you can shiny hunt them in that game. Now, just a quick side note of a side note. Fire Red, Leaf Green, if you are shiny hunting, if you're crazy enough to shiny hunt, there's no way to make the odds of shinies easier in Fire Red, Leaf Green. They're always full odds shinies, which is 1 in 8,162 or something like that.
Good luck.
So if you're shiny hunting the legendaries or shiny hunting whatever, best of luck to you. I can't do it. I don't have the attention span, the wherewithal, the time, energy for any of that. I don't even shiny hunt in the easier to shiny hunt games. So ultimately, shouts to you if you're doing that. But yeah, anyway, part of their announcement was Fire Red, Leaf Green. But yeah, XD Gale of Darkness.
Okay.
It's real. It's Virtual Console. It was there, but it did kind of feel like a dream. But like I said, the whole announcement was like, hey, check this out. Like Pocopia, it's coming out soon. Cool. Side note, that game's consuming me. All right. And then they're like, Cafe Mix, because that's still a mobile game.
Yeah.
They're having this cool event. Pokemon Sleep, they had this kind of cute little Mew thing going on.
Yeah, it's been adorable.
They're like, Mew's coming out. It came out. It's great. But they're like speed running all of these announcements. They're like, Pokemon Go Tour, Kalos, because it's going to be the next day.
Yeah, really.
And then they were like, cool, now that's it. That's it for Pokemon Go. I was hoping that they'd just be like, hey, here's a little Pokemon Go treat for maybe the future, but I know they wanted people to focus on the Go Tour event, which... not for nothing. Great event.
Yeah.
And then they sped run to the final announcement, which is what we were kind of waiting for, the Gen 10 announcement. Winds and Waves, inspired heavily by Southeast Asia, so like the Philippines, Indonesia, that kind of area.
Yay.
The games look gorgeous. I'm super pumped. I like the starters.
I want them all.
I do want them all.
Which one do you think you're choosing definitively first?
I think that's hard because I was like, I'm between Gekwa and Brout.
I'm Gekwa. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yes.
Slay, dude.
Yes, gorgeous,
fucking
gorgeous.
Slay, dude. I'm between Gekwa and Brout. I think when I first saw them, I was like, I'm Team Gekwa all the way, and then Brout's kind of grown on me a little bit.
I just like the Mew. I just like.
Carla is 1,000% Team Pombon, so I was like, yeah, it's cute.
I
it's
love the
funny.
comparison to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah,
how she was fighting with the little like Pomeranian.
the Pomeranian on a leash.
Yes,
yeah.
I was like, that's
and I was kind of intrigued and happy that one, it looks beautiful from even the release, the trailers and everything they showed off. There's actual water in there. The windmills are not 5 frames per second. They could render things in the distance. That one is, just as a quick note, that one is only going to be on Switch 2.
Yeah.
So if you haven't upgraded your Switch to a Switch 2 and you want to play those games, you got about a year, I think,
save that money
to save some money up. Hopefully Switch 2 prices come down before then. I know it's expensive for some people, but anyway,
so it's like what, $450 now?
I think so.
And the game is like $75.
The games are typically $70.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm super excited for that. I imagine, once we get closer to the release, there's going to be some kind of crossover with Pokemon Go.
Yeah, just save like $50 a month.
That's not
up till then.
That can be hard,
just
but
to
it's
cover
not
like
that bad.
taxes and things.
Just like instead of those 2 DoorDash orders, put that aside for your
instead of a
for your
Starbucks
Switch.
order, instead of like 9 drinks out.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to stop that stuff entirely. I'm just saying, like, just do an alternative once or twice, and that'll help towards those savings goals. But anyway,
3 save Starbucks can this get you that $50.
Facts. But I love my Switch too. I don't know, I'm kind of a shill there, but like, it plays everything great. It's also the only console you can play Pocopia on, which I mentioned earlier, which that game's kind of taking everything by storm right now.
Yeah, I keep seeing it on socials about like people's interactions. Like, there's a gal, I forgot her screen name, or her username, but she was explaining how she's like, yeah, I never really care for games like this, but this is a 10 out of 10. Like, this is amazing. She's like, I hated the Ditto face, which I agree. Like, when I first saw creepy. Ditto, I'm like, this is unsettling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, but she just focused purely on the Pokemon and the story. She's like 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that was the big reason why I didn't want to get it, was because of the Ditto. Because I was like, I'm not really feeling it. And then we ended up getting it because I was getting a little FOMO. Not necessarily. Carla kept kind of like, do you want to get it? And I was like, I don't know.
Like, are you sure?
We went back and forth, and then she was like, let's just get it, because it'd been really stressful for us recently. You
got to treat yourself, too.
Basically, that's what it came out. So she was like, let's get it. And I was like, yeah, I was kind of wanting to get it anyway. So got it, and I love that fucking game. So
nice.
They sprinkled in a little bit of everything. Shouts to Pocopia. Again, Minecraft, whatever. If you know Dragon Quest Builders, too, it's the same developing team. Plays a lot like those games. Switch 2 has like mouse controls, which is crazy with the Joy-Cons. That makes building way easier.
Nice.
All that being said, Pokemon announcement came and went. But that leads into Pokemon Go. So they announced quote unquote. We all knew it was happening, but the Go Tour event was the focus for Pokemon Go. Yeah. That happened in LA, and then it happened globally. It happened in LA before Pokemon Day, right?
Well, like that, we knew where GoFest was?
No, never mind. The LA event happened right after Pokemon Go, or Pokemon Day.
Yeah,
that
like
weekend.
they were there already, and they had a lot of cool stuff with the Go Tour and everything. So, like, obviously we knew some people that went.
Mm-hmm.
They said kind of like the main gist I got was, if you were to give it a quick rating scale, organization and execution, they gave it like a hard D, C minus.
Right.
They said the check-in process was kind of chaotic. If you didn't pay attention, you kind of screwed yourself over with the check-in process, because you had to have like the clear bags, you had to have like the one battery, and they were really strict about that. But that's also the rules of the Rose Bowl. Right. They said the Mega Night event, amazing. They had a great time at that.
Yeah, it looked lit.
Obviously getting the Dragonites and everything, and I'm glad again the experienced folks are more mindful not to send raid invites.
Right.
I was getting raid invites all night, didn't do them because obviously you don't get the
mega candy and
mega candy, so it's literally no point other than just increasing the FOMO, which it seems like the events keep promoting, which is what I dislike, but it gets the newbies every single time.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the event, they said they were able to go through their researches, got a couple of good catches like shiny hone edges and things like that. So then when it came time for the actual event, the actual day of the global Go Tour, they were like, this is much easier. They were able to do the researches quick. The first day we were at AMC, of course, we just got the missions done rather quick. And I appreciated that, because that's I will grind until those are done, and then I feel more relaxed.
And then you go like, now I can play the game the way I want to.
Exactly. So like we did that hard. The first, like, I think in our area, well, that's where there was a couple issues I noticed. Campfire was not showing the super mega raids at all.
Okay.
So anyone who was trying to rely on that, you really couldn't. Okay. Even though it was promoted as like that, this would be the resource to use.
Quick rant.
Yeah.
I fucking hate super mega raids. Okay.
Spill.
It's just another...
Tell your story.
It's just another pile of bullshit. We don't need another economy in the game. I don't need mega tubes or whatever those are.
the tubes.
It's so fucking dumb. And then the coordination that you need. I I like collaboration. I like good, proper collaboration.
Yes.
And like when you jumped into the Super Mega Raid, it's like, hey, you need to have 10 people that need to have a Mega evolved Pokemon to do this. Otherwise, it's literally impossible.
Well, and to add detail to it, so for folks that might have been on the unfortunate end, if your Mega Pokemon gets knocked out before it could fight, you have to back out of the fight to the rejoin screen, revive that Mega Pokemon, and then come back in.
Correct.
And make sure it uses its move, because the shield tells you how many Megas are left to use their moves or take down a shield.
Right.
And if you don't get past one, you will not take it down.
Yeah, so if you and like a lot of this was trial and error in terms of like learning how it worked.
Yeah.
Like you jumped in there, and like you said, if someone led off with their Mega Pokemon, and it died before the Mega phase or whatever, the Shield phase, they were screwed, because then like you said, you have to back out to evolve it. The other thing is, like, they didn't tell you, but it was like a nice little quality thing for this kind of shitty feature, in my opinion, was if you did have your Mega Pokemon in the back, like your 6th Pokemon or whatever, as soon as the Shield phase came, it would swap for you.
Sometimes.
Well, you're right. Well, that was the idea.
Yeah, the theory.
Well, the ones I did a few, and the ones that I did, it did swap for me, so I didn't run into the glitch. But that was the idea. But either way, I shouldn't. I just think it was unnecessary, because we already have Megas in the game.
If you were to make an adjustment to that, aside from just taking it out, what adjustment would you be like? Hey, Niantic.
If I could do Super Mega Raids better, or just like
to improve that feature, because I think they're going, like anything with this game, they can make the minor tweaks. Okay, I don't think they're going to completely remove it, because there's more in store for it. No. Especially if they put all the Mega Dimension Z stuff from our current game in.
That's what I'm worried about.
That's what I'm confident they're going to use that exclusively for.
I could maybe see it if they had done it for like an actual special Pokemon. Like I love Dragonite. I love Mega Dragonite.
Yeah, I don't think you had that feeling.
I don't think it warranted that. Victory Bell did not warrant that fucking nonsense. Like,
well, and I guess that was the beauty of it. So you only had to use the link charges if you were doing it remotely. If you were in person, you could just use a regular raid pass, or you could use the link charges. So if you ran out of passes, but you had extra link charges, that's where it was a nice trade-off.
Okay.
Now, with that, and so I was really thankful. I thought you had to use both of them every single time. So I was glad to be educated on that in person. I was like, oh, thank goodness, because that's just, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do my few to get it for the raid and call it a day. When it came to the actual day, and I think it was like rampant across the board, I talked to folks who went to Arvada, folks who were in Westminster, folks that were at many other parks, and they all had the same issue, that the spawn rates were not in favor of the rarer Pokemon we were in search of.
Yes.
So, like, thankfully at AMC, we would get some back-to-back Victory Bell things. And again, we weren't trying to raid them all day. Mm-hmm. And I think even the second day, I think we called it way earlier. We called it at like at 3 p.m. because we had already caught everything we wanted. We already kind of, we were kind of already like, we've been walking, like we've been running across this campus, doing these raids. Like we even had Fitzsimmons join us because they're like, hey, we're kind of having a hard time. I might come over. Like more the merrier, we don't care. It's not like we're having a hard time taking it, but it was just people understand the dynamics of the Super Mega Raid was annoying. And so we would have to explain that. And then once our team got more versed, because again, small but mighty, we were able to just carry it and do that stuff. And sending those invites out was critical. And yeah, like I think catch-wise, it was good. I was able to get through that whole research thing of the catch, the 500 Kalos, rather quick, like before the second day even ended, which was nice. I did think it was funny the lead up the road to Kalos, all those raids, and then they just had them at the end of the hour or at the end of the event, and then they were there, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't waste. We only spent 2 nights out of the 5 doing some of those raids because, again, they were just everywhere. Those Pikachu hats, everywhere. And I was just like, my goodness, stop.
Right.
And so I think, and then even after the event, they're like, yeah, they're still out again. I'm like, again, it's the built up FOMO of like, you want this. And then they just like, then they just give it to you in surplus.
Yeah, I think
so.
Yeah, I'll just go back to it real quick because I didn't necessarily answer your question. The Mega Raid link charge aspect of it, I think, again, it just kind of upsets me because it's just another economy that we don't need. It was to your point. I like that you could have used one or the other for the in-person versions of the raid, and that it only consumed the link charges if you won the raid. Like, if you somehow got knocked out or you didn't have the mega to finish the raid or whatever happened there, it didn't consume your link charges. If you didn't, like, that's kind of nice. But again, it just felt unnecessary. I would prefer it to be, if they were going to do something like that, like it to be a special Pokemon, or like almost like an EX raid or something like that, where it was like, hey, there's a couple of megas, in the games that haven't come out quite yet, and those could be special. I just don't think, wow, just because it's in ZA, it should be a special Mega Pokemon compared to the original Gen 6 special or Mega Pokemon we had. I think another thing that if they're going to do a new economy or something, I think it would be worthwhile if you actually won some of them back. If they want to like coordinate, like, or if they want you to coordinate with people.
Yeah.
And like, hey, let's take down this Mega, and you do it like within a certain time limit. Then you get half your charges back or something like that. That would also incentivize you to maybe do more. I don't know, but like ultimately, I just don't like the added economy, especially one that they can charge for in the store. Because now you're scrolling through your store list.
It just keeps getting longer.
Ah, shit. And we haven't even gotten to however they're going to do Terrestrial.
That's going to be chaotic.
We haven't got to... I don't know. They didn't do Z moves, and I'm a little sad about that because we talked about that in a previous podcast. It was like, well, how would you do it? Would you do like a different like screen movement, like with your finger? That'd be kind of fun, like as a to do a charge move.
Or you just like collect particles for Z moves, or
you get like one Z move per battle, but you unleash it and it just like
or it's something that unlocks like a level 50, 60. You then get rights to it or something like that.
So I'm a little sad that they're not going to... at this point, it doesn't seem like they're doing Z moves, but maybe they always could. But like,
it's just when.
But it's just like they did Mega, which everyone loves Mega as the gimmick, for lack of a better term.
Thanks, Richie.
They're gonna do. I feel like they're gonna do Terrestrial because it's
next on the roster.
It is next on the roster. It's also just another. It was a popular gimmick for at least competitive Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means they're going to bring a new edge to like PvP or whatever. But
if
again,
it shakes up the PvP economy again, I could see Dawgman freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, dude.
They keep changing stuff. Like, I guess now it's back to some of the old school stuff. And like Knocked Owl on them are like monsters again. And I'm like,
correct.
The OGs are like just waking up from their slumber like, hey, what's up,
Yeah,
kids?
I was going to say, my secret sauce is I still use the same teams we used all the way back in all of our tournaments.
I've always been angry.
And I still use, exactly.
Yeah.
And I still use those teams. Anytime I have PvP challenges, and I go almost undefeated every time. Hey. So it's like, it's fine. I don't necessarily pay attention to a meta or anything like that. But anyway, my shtick about link charges or whatever is just like, it's another shitty economy. I didn't necessarily like having the max mushrooms or whatever either, but but again, that's how we knew that was going to happen in terms of like that's how Scopely makes their money on their games is like, hey, we're going to give you a multitude of choices to either make your game playing experience easier or nicer, smoother, whatever it is. And you have the choice to take part in it. They're going to sprinkle in like, we got a bunch of link charges for free on the pass.
Yes.
You get them in gifts. You can get them like kind of everywhere else too.
That was something I did like. I
was
like, okay, this is going to sweep me up.
But it's still just like, why do I need these to take down a Mega Pokemon that's not any more powerful than the other Mega Pokemon?
Well, and the gimmick that I'm still trying to figure out and understand is like, to get it to level 4, how much is needed?
Right.
You need like 5,000 Mega Energies. And that's a lot of rating. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll earn that when I earn that. I'm not going to waste my time. Again, one of those things for the folks that are impatient, I hope this game teaches you patience.
Okay.
In terms of me, like when it comes to the link charges, I think I like the idea of you can potentially earn it back. I just want them, to me, I think that should be a more readily available resource. Just like I think other items should be in your like weekly challenges or weekly rewards. We should get more of those.
Okay.
There's a big concern with the spotlight hours being removed, or if they're going to bring them back. I think it wasn't received well when they didn't show up this month, even though I think the main thing people cared about was a double transfer.
Right.
And I think just like how they have like the Friendship Fridays trade bonus, they just need to have like the last Thursday of every month is the double transfer drop. Something like that, because people do like that. Yeah. And I think it's definitely a helpful thing to have in your, to know and have a more consistent date of it would be great. Jump back to link charges though. I think with the link charges and the super mega battles, I think instead of having 7 shields, it should be 6.
Okay.
Because I think the most problem I notice is we're always hung up at 1.
Mm-hmm. So
just reduce that number. And I think for the most part, your average random group of players will knock through that. And that was the other thing, is just mega people not understanding that megas could be built up and powered. Mm-hmm. Because I think most people just get it for the decks, one and done. They don't build it up in strength. They don't do a lot of those things. So I think that's where the game is starting to pull on those side quest strings. Uh-huh. And people aren't ready for that, which to me is because everything that the game has conditioned them to do hasn't required it until now.
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of like, I kind of feel like it's like I kind of put in the same ballpark as when like adults with kids, to like a degree of like, you need to be adult by the time you turn 18, but not giving them responsibilities and stuff until they turn 18. Then all of a sudden, like, you're an adult now. I feel it's the same injustice as like, you say one thing, but your actions do another. You're not actually training up these people. You're not training up these newbies and new players to understand the dynamics and grow in them. You're just forcing event that uses these features and it doesn't touch them. The players aren't growing and learning those things. They're just off to the next run. Right. And then by the time it comes back, you would think if they were more proactive with it, they would get it, but they're not. Mm-hmm. Because nothing up to that point has demanded it. And I think that's one of the things that I'm seeing as a player is like folks not understanding like how to train these things or what you should do passively to build yourselves up. And I'm glad trainers are open to it, but I don't think they in games are supporting that drive to get some of those resources, especially like right now, like for Mega Mewtwo, I'm already trying to think ahead. People are going to need the Mega Tyrannitars and all that stuff. Or if they decide to make it Dynamax, what's a good Dynamax Dark type that can help take out Mewtwo if they decide to go that route? Because to me, they can choose anything. They can always announce stuff preemptively and then change their mind later. True. They can make the 5-star raids the last hour of the day. Like, that's why I wish with this stuff people did a little bit more research to prepare or just took preemptive measures to prepare. Mm-hmm. The other thing with the wing charges aside from dropping the numbers would be, again, to make it, like you said, more for an exclusive person or exclusive Pokemon. Because I think that's where they could redo, and maybe this is their opportunity to redo some so they could relaunch. Like, I would love it for Metagross to have a relaunched Mega, and he's just beefier, cool colors. Right. And up to the 4-star. Like, because I think there's other cooler Megas that could have got it. Yeah, I agree. And now is their chance to kind of rebrand it. Just like how they forced everyone to Mega evolve that Beedrill. Yeah. Because they're like, you're going to do it now. And that's what made me think, like, maybe a lot of people haven't done this yet.
Yeah, probably not.
Because at minimum, they made sure you had your Mega Beedrill. Like, you couldn't do a Mega fight, like a Super Mega, unless you started that. Right. If not, you literally were forced to go through that tutorial.
I do remember that.
And so that was something I think some other players were kind of caught off guard with. Like, I ran into some fresher folks that right when we're at the raid, they're like, why is it going through this right now? And I was like, fuck, like, you didn't do this yet? Like, in my mind, I'm saying this, but in person, I'm like, yeah, you got to go through it. And they're like, but what? And I'm like, again, like, I'm not going to say this should have been taken care of well beforehand, but...
Hey man, I only open my game for events, and...
well, that's what it feels like.
I don't pay attention to anything.
Well, that's what it feels like. There's a lot more folks that just kind of are there for the events, and anything leading up to it, they're just kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Which, it kind of... I feel like that is a sub-branch of the casuals that I don't know what to call it yet. But... it's definitely a sub-branch, a newer sub-branch, a divergent branch.
The divergent branch of casual.
Yeah, because they're just there for events, and then they don't know anything about the event.
Stolen valor, dude.
Something. I don't know. But, like, again, at the end of all that, I think I left home with a lot of good shinies.
Okay.
Like, and I was happy about it. Like, I hatched a shiny Halucha.
I was just super pumped. That's my favorite of your catches this weekend, or your gets.
Well, see, and for players that don't know, to get the shinies, the bro science we've discovered is you have to have a heightened level of complaining.
Yes.
Like, tasteful complaining, not just whiny complaining.
You can't just be, like, bitching the entire time.
Yeah. It has to be tasteful. Like, be creative with your cries. Like, you got to threaten, I'm never going to play the game again. I'm going to stop sending my money. I'm going to ask for a refund. And then I think
they're always listening.
Yeah, anyway, the game's like, hello? You're going to quit? Well, let's just throw your punk ass a shiny. And that's what happened. Like, I was complaining about not finding a shiny Halucha.
Yeah, I like to hover the
30 minutes, boom.
The uninstall button sometimes. I'll hover over it.
Oh, just so I can entice it?
Just let you know.
A little tease.
Just let you know. Just a little tickle.
Yeah, who's really in
I'll
charge?
hit it and be like, are you sure you want to uninstall it? I'll be like, nah, we'll keep you for now.
I'll keep it. You know, I'll give it another chance.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, so that's one thing jokingly that I do. And other players have done the same thing. And then sure enough, I think it might be what people consider manifesting.
Manifest.
But
reverse manifest.
Yeah, reverse manifest. Reverse psychology, that shit. But yeah, like I left with a good amount of shinies. There were folks that didn't have the same luck, but again, it's all based on a random number generator.
Yeah.
I hope Go Fest, because those tickets have dropped. At least the early bird. Yeah. We'll definitely be going to that. I'm excited. I'm glad I was able again to get some of the museum tickets, because that whole weekend of Go Fest sold out. I think from like Thursday through Monday, those tickets are gone. And again, hopefully you're able to get your ticket for that. Again, it's going to be out all year, but I understand the desire to see it while you're there, because it's going to have unique fossil Pokemon spawns at that location.
Nice.
And you can also just see the Field Museum, which is a museum I have yet to check out. So I'm actually really excited to see it.
Spoiler alert, one of the best museums in the country. So
yeah, so I'm really excited. Cool. We're going to spend a full day there seeing everything. And I am glad... And this is an actual opportunity to nerd out, because I feel like last time we were there, it was all about the food and getting that smoke.
Well, that and like again, not necessarily not that we're currently familiar with the city as it is anyway, but it was just like a lot of it's like kind of exploring, and then our accommodations were on the other side of the town essentially, which not terrible. We got some good walking in.
Oh yeah,
and it was a nice area, but like ultimately, it's just like, oh shit. Like, I think your current accommodation recommendations have you a little bit more centrally located towards the things that we'd want to see, people would want to go to. Museum being one of them. Aquarium, they have a really good aquarium there too.
Ooh.
And then kind of everything is around there. So. Yeah, no, I think not for nothing. The second time you go to a place, usually you're like, okay, I have an idea. All right, now I have a little bit better lay of the land in a sense. I know exactly what I want to focus on, or I want to do a little bit more. And this time we'll have a little more time. Like instead of like I think it was like 3 days or something.
Those are intense 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. So.
It's like land.
Looking forward to that. But Go Tour is always well, at least for even the global events have been really fun. But the in-person one,
the Go Fest,
Go Fest,
glory
is that's their flagship event every year.
Yes,
this
sir.
is the 10th anniversary of Pogo.
Yep.
10 years old. That's insane. And 30th anniversary of Pokemon in general. So I'm expecting pretty exciting things. They've already kind of announced. I think you talked about it. Mewtwo.
I have not.
Oh, well, you mentioned getting ready for Mega.
Yes,
Mewtwo,
there's a lot of stuff to prepare.
But ultimately, Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo, there are two of them. Two of them that
Maybe even three.
People are kind of eagerly anticipating getting into. Mewtwo always cracks me up. Mewtwo makes me think of like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Because like it's just
like you have the happy-go-lucky Mew, which you could see as like Goku. To me, I always viewed Mew as like Goku, just happy-go-lucky, but we'll throw hands with you immediately if you throw.
Okay.
And then Mewtwo's angry. You always see him in the recovery chamber like Vegeta was, just stewing, just extra angry because of the life he had. Mm-hmm. And Mewtwo was reasonable. Like he was kept tested. Literally, he was just built for this one purpose by Giovanni and them. And then he's like, but what about more? And broke out, had his villain era, and just went out and did his own thing, which makes sense. Like, he never got to leave the house. I think you get kind of caught up. And then he was also there literally when Ash started his journey.
Yeah.
Like, Ash saw him breaking out. And it'd be like, what was that? And they're like, I don't know what that was. That's wild.
Yeah, Ash saw Ho-Oh immediately, was like, oh, what the fuck is that? And we didn't know what Ho-Oh was. We didn't know what a Ho-Oh was. Is that a fucking Firo? What is that?
Yeah, that's where I go get my dollar scoop.
Yeah, duh. The deep cut, dude. Oh, Ho-Oh was so good. Anyway, but yeah, and then he saw the Mewtwo breakout. That is true. It's funny to me that the movie's always super funny to me because like Mewtwo like witnessed humanity for like a couple weeks. So I was like, yeah, humanity has to go. Same with like Ultron from spent 5 minutes on the internet. He's like, humanity has to go.
He got to see like some of the darkest parts like first.
Oh, for sure. Like, I'm not trying to downplay that.
And apparently there was like a whole cutscene where like Mewtwo was like little and had an interaction.
He's a little baby.
And I was like, why would you cut that? And I think they're like, American audiences wouldn't receive this well. And I was like, how much has our media cut from us in terms of like Pokemon craziness that I would want to explore at a later date?
There's a reason why people talk about things as the 4Kids era versus the actual release. Like Digimon in Japanese versus Digimon in English are two extremely different anime.
I bet.
Just based on cut content and how things are actually like translated and how they're panned out. Like, yeah, it's a much more
risque,
I would say, serious anime in Japanese.
That makes sense.
There's a lot heavier, darker shit that happens too.
Oh, well, that's where I think that's where they give kids like kind of, they always downplay kids of like, let them live these happy lives. It's like kids go through serious stuff too. Like, I think that's where, again, Land Before Time.
Well, I was going to say the problem is like we were teaching kids to just internalize your trauma, and now it's like maybe don't do that. Let them live through everything.
Yeah. Well, and that's where it's like I've been even seeing it like because we're talking about literacy and stuff earlier, and how literacy as a collective has went down. I hate when they blame Gen Z. Just like how they blame millennials for everything like wrong in the world or wrong in America.
It's our fault for wanting better. Wanting better for everybody.
We didn't want Hooters. We didn't want this.
Oh, no. We let Hooters
Gen Z
die.
allegedly doesn't want to read. I'm like, no, that's just a collective. People aren't reading.
No, it's a societal issue more than just one generation.
And that's where, again, I think it's important to know how to decode advertisements for things when they showcase stuff. So, like, example, with the Mega Mewtwo's, they've obviously teased that it's going to be like that. They teased the Mega symbol behind Mewtwo, but it wasn't active.
Correct.
It was just a silhouette. Now, what does that mean? It means, there's a potential Megas can show up.
It means get your phone
at
out.
GoFest. It might be something to where they might tease it like they did for the legendary thing. Legendaries in the wild do the incenses thing as well. And I think that's a great testament to, again, understanding what they mean by you will encounter it versus you can get it. Legendary. When they say you may encounter it, that is you will see it.
Yeah.
It will see you, and then it's gonna leave you.
Yeah.
So that's just I've always taken it as such. They've done that for other Pokemon before. Mm-hmm. That's why for the new players who are really upset about this recent 30th anniversary event, I feel for you because it was clear to me that you weren't part of the last events where legendaries were there.
Well, and again, and for anyone new or whatnot, we've kind of talked about this before. The game doesn't owe you anything.
It doesn't.
And that might be a tough reality.
Yeah, you play it, but it plays your emotions.
It really does.
Deep down inside.
And in that, someone might always be luckier than you, and that's perfectly okay.
Yeah. It is not. Yeah. Those events are not built around fairness. It's just built around luck. And if you happen to go out, one thing it's definitely built on is you moving. So any folks that are like, I played for 5 hours, any number of hours at home, that was already a sealed fate.
Chilling on my couch.
Yeah, you're not, unless your area has high drift, which the game also doesn't like.
You might get red flagged for that.
Yeah, you could be red flagged for that, so just FYI. But the game requires you to move, so if you went and watch your neighborhood, you had a much higher chance of the spawns from your instance, because again, they changed it from what it originally was. Before, you could sit at home and get 30 spawns in an hour.
Oh gosh,
those were the golden days.
I do remember those.
That was their years 1 through like 3 or 4 of Pokemon Go, and then they decided to randomly nerf it. Why? Don't know.
But you're supposed to go.
You're supposed to go.
It's on the tin.
Whatevs. But they did change it, so that's something to be aware of. So this was your harsh learning experience if you never used an incense prior to that.
It's a good time.
With walking, again, you still have to walk. You still have to pay attention to your screen. And that's the one thing that sucks. If a Pokemon is difficult and it's not what you want, run away from it because other spawns are still happening.
Correct.
Like I got caught up catching I think a Geodude.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I wasting my time? I ran. There was a Galarian Moltres right behind me. And I was like, oh my God. Clicked it. Still, obviously, I didn't catch it.
You said bye, bitch.
But at least I wanted the chance. Any more of the season players knew this was about chance. And now, after this event, you are now seasoned in the harsh reality that is this game.
Welcome to initiation.
Yeah, you made it through. That was like Niantic's hazing of you. Yeah, because now you learn the truth that you're not always going to get that Pokemon. Legendaries.
Just be happy
if they're just out there can run
to experience a legendary.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. They were teases. They were there just to entice you, to make you want them.
No, that's what they used to call you in college.
Yeah, they did when I got to the clubs. But cheese nose tease, and that's all that was they were just there to get your interest in them because there wasn't interest in them before.
Sure,
they'd be out in raids and people didn't care then.
Yeah, but now I can just walk my dog and catch one, dude.
Yeah, that would be amazing in a great world. Because again, there was Pokemon that existed like that people didn't know. So if you're unaware, the lake spirits can still be ran into in the wild.
Just in the wild, yeah.
I ran into 2 at my job. They really like my job. I don't know why.
It's because you were there.
Yeah, they're just like, Jack, I'm like, what up?
What up? Get in the ball.
But those ones are actually nicer. I would love for the legendary dogs.
They should be roaming.
They should be roaming because in game they are, and anyone who played the mainline games understands that is a very typical mechanic.
Latios, Latios should be just random encounters in the wild. The legendary beasts. I think the birds should be too.
Out in the wild too. Well,
no, I think they should be.
They had their set locations.
Yeah.
I thought there was a game where they were just out and about.
I don't know. I mean, the Galarian birds, once you unlock them, you have to.
Yeah, you can run into them.
But the Cantonian trio, I think they were always in their own Seafoam Islands and the power station and.
Okay.
Cinnabar.
Yeah.
Where was?
And at least the cool part, and maybe that's where they can I would love if they brought the Dexes and be there's if you could set a notification, it could be danger, how you could set the Pokemon Finder.
Yeah.
Because you technically can, and it'll be there's something nearby.
Yeah.
But if you could do that for the legendaries, I wish they would have an extra counter for legendaries.
They should do that.
So you could set your regular Pokemon as a quality of life thing. You could feel free to take it. to do that for like mythicals and legendaries, so you can just have extra sets, extra reminder thingies. But again, that event was mainly to get your Mewtwo. That should have been your focus point. Hopefully, you all got your Mewtwo. You weren't so gun ho for these other legendaries that you forgot the main prize, which is Mewtwo right there.
I want more Reggie.
He's just like, "What's up? Like,
give me the Reggie Rock."
Yes. Well, that's where again, hopefully you folks will be out at raids more if that's the case. But like a lot of these raids, again, we've seen them so many times. But for newer folks, get it like FTD for the decks and
FTD,
be done.
That's all I ever do now.
Yeah. To me, it's just more cost savings because I'd much rather go gun ho. And even for this the tour, we were good after the first day. Like we did our handful. And we're like, "Are you all ready to go?" We're like, "Yeah." We don't need to raid more. I think we ended up helping out. There's a place called Saigon Tokyo we went to.
Oh,
dude was super awesome. If you have a chance to go to Saigon Tokyo, it's off of Buckley near Alameda. It's kind of over by the Woody's Wings.
Yeah.
In Aurora. Really great guy there, Mark. Definitely check it out. Like really, they had like awesome bento boxes there. Really good deal for like $15-$16. But you get like sushi, you can get like tempura, rice, a bunch of stuff. He was a sweetheart. And then
hell yeah.
Again, he was down the raid. Like he was still sending me raid invites, and I was like, let's do it. Because he's like, yeah, I don't get to meet many players because he works 6 days a week. And I was like, dang, dude. I was like, yeah, if you see us at raids, feel free to use the @raid feature and your friends list to just hop in the raids. Obviously, you have to use your remote pass, but it's a great way to get him if you're really busy all the time. Like, take those strategic bathroom breaks if you're at work so you can get a few raids
just
in.
Just wear a diaper, dude.
Ooh, no. Like, if you do have to wear a diaper, no shade to you.
No.
But, like, if you're willingly choosing that when you're everything else, yeah.
Please.
When you have the ability to use a bathroom, like, I feel like those resources should be for those who definitely need it. I don't like when people abuse resources when they don't need to. But yeah, so with that, going to the go fast.
Go fast.
They've obviously kind of hinted at the megas, but they did say already on their website, Mewtwo's going to be in 5-star raids.
Pretty sick.
Does that mean I'm going to be raiding the hell out of them?
Yes.
You are?
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was being facetious.
Yeah. Me, probably not. Like, I'll do the few that are nearby, like, if people need the help.
Jack, can you just do me a favor?
But
how many Mewtwo candy do you have?
Let me check. Hold on. There's also a Scyther outside if you need it for that research.
Please
for
stand
Pokepedia or Pokopia.
Pokopia, dude. Scyther's is my G in Pokopia.
But yeah,
half the Pokemon speak very urban. It's funny.
Do they?
Yeah.
They just somehow kept urban.
Then I was just like, oh, or
they're like, what up, G?
Hey,
like,
what's up? I really like about Magikarp's like, yo, I like to flop around, yo.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
It's so funny.
I bet the hell. But yeah, let's see. Mewtwo. Sorry, I got caught up. I was looking looking at the fucking Dittos with the hats.
How much do you need to raid, dude?
So I have 321 XL candies, so I can
XL.
I can max out that.
Okay.
I have like 1,000 Mewtwo candies.
Did you hear yourself, dude? Mewtwo candies.
Yeah.
So I think you need to raid more. That's all I'm saying.
Well, right now in my inventory, I have 51 Mewtwo's.
Yeah, I think you need to raid.
I think you need
100, maybe 151.
Yeah. Of that inventory of 51 Mewtwo's, I have, in terms of shiny, I have 11 of them shiny, 2 of those luckies, and 3 of them shadows.
Okay.
And then
and armors.
Out of that, I have a perfect shiny lucky. So I already have my 4-star boy. And what were you saying for the other one?
Oh, I was just asking your shinies.
Oh yeah, my shiny ones. I have enough. Like I have 11. That's why I say I don't need to go crazy with it. If folks need it, yeah, I'll assist. But a lot of players I know will go because Mewtwo is dope. Like he's still handy in a lot of raids. If he had other movesets, maybe I would consider doing more. But again, my first hour is usually grinding to finish the researches.
Yeah.
Always advocate for that. We got to check the weather and everything, make sure stuff is good, make sure your inventory is cleared. That's why I'm glad they brought back the XL, guaranteed XL additional one for this season.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to trade every day. Like, get those XLs. Because that's, again, slow and steady wins the race. You're going to catch passively anywhere from like 25 to 100 Pokemon a day.
Yep.
You could do those trades. That's roughly 10,000 Stardust for that. Okay. But you get XL candies guaranteed. That's nice as hell. And then Fridays, you get an extra XL candy. So distance trades, you could get 4 XL or 4 regular candy and 2 XL candies. That's a steal if you're able to do distance trades.
Yeah, for sure.
So again, if you know friends that, and again, it's only distance trades are considered anything beyond 100 kilometers.
Yeah.
So like if you were to trade with someone from Pueblo and you're in Aurora, and you guys met up on Fridays, you can maximize that.
Fact.
100 kilometers is not as far as people think it is.
No. So
keep that in mind. But for Go Fest itself, I'm excited because, again, I still need to study what biomes are there, but I know, like, I think America, specifically Chicago, is going to focus on Instinct, it looks like. So we're going to get, like, Zapdos. There's supposed to be, like, Raikou out there. The Zorora is supposed to be part of the special research.
Okay.
A whole separate thing. So I don't think you're going to guarantee, you're not going to get it right away, very similar to, like, the Shiny Diancie and all that. I don't think that's, like, you get it like during that event.
Right.
I think it's something you build up to. So it's going to most likely be day locked with the time things like you have to do 30 days of blah, 20 of this or 7 gifts in a row. Something ridiculous. Yeah. But again, it's one of those things don't feel rushed because as soon as that time block comes on, that's going to set the pace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless. But that's one again. Know what you're going to aim for. Like, again, I still want them. I'm really hoping instead of just Mewtwo, like, I would love them to do, like, a Mega Raid night. Or, again, an Armored night or just a Friday Night Lights. I don't know what you want to call it. Since they want to have these night events, which I think is great for the adults. But I'd much rather that focus on, like, exclusive things we haven't seen in a while.
Right.
So that'd be, like, I would love for them to do, like, hey, Team Rocketeer, Giovanni breakout, and that's where we get the Armor Mewtwo and the clone. Ooh, the clone would be clone Pokemon cool. Back. I keep saying cologne.
Cologne?
But it's clone.
Correct.
So, clone Pokemon back. I would love that. I think that'd be a great after hours event because people have talked about it because when they see the stripes in the in raids, they're like,
How'd you get that?
And I'm like, I've been playing. Like,
I hacked this fucker.
No, I will never say that because some people I've learned take that crap very seriously and will try to report you.
Oh, are you telling me hack it?
Oh no, that you have something different than them. Like there's definitely some.
Oh, absolutely.
Some Sour Patch Kids in lot that is the Pokemon game. That if you have something different, you have access to something different, they get super angry.
Oh my gosh!
You can't even joke about that crap anymore. Oh my gosh! But yeah, so I think that'd be an awesome one to do for like fun, a night thing.
At night.
Yeah, because I really don't want the Megas to be released just yet. Because again, what are we gonna do for the Mega or the Go Wild event later on?
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Well, there's a big ass Mega that just came out.
Which one?
At ZA. Literally big ass Mega.
Which one?
The Zygarde.
Oh yeah, Zygarde would be a dope one.
He's a big fucking cannon, dude.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I still wanted them to do Arceus. I still want.
Well, they
Arceus.
Haven't released Arceus.
Well, that's why I think he'd be a great just breakthrough. Like Arceus just descends upon us during the event. He's just
Pokemon Rapture to be great.
Yeah, I think that'd be fitting for the 30th anniversary. Yeah, take me now.
Take me off this.
Like here, everyone wants Mewtwo, and then Arceus is like, "What's up?"
What's why?
I think that'd be like he's on my bingo card for 2026. For this year? Yeah.
Okay.
I literally made a Pokemon bingo card of like random events that could take place.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, so that'd be my hope. Would either be there's a Rocket Takeover event.
Rocket Takeover.
And plus, I think it would just look really cool in like New York if they could, to have like little rocket balloons, and then they show like then that'd be, or not in New York but in Chicago, and have like them like floating nearby, and then just be like, all right, return to the park later, and we'll have this going. Like that'd be so badass.
And you could, like, if you tied it in, well, I mean, sorry, I was trying to think of like how they tie it in with it's like Copenhagen and is it in Tokyo for Japan? I think it is. So I was thinking of Chicago, like Team Rocket. You could tie it into like the history of Chicago with like the gangs of Chicago and things like that. That'd be kind of fun. But then I was like, well, does Copenhagen have gangs?
And then the other thing that they also showed in the backgrounds of like the 30th anniversary, that they could also do again, is they showed Hoopa.
I love Hoopa.
Hoopa was there. Hoopa was just vibing.
Olé, Hoopa ring.
So even if they were like shiny Hoopa,
but you know why Hoopa's there?
Why? For the time distortion.
ZA.
Well, he's there for ZA, but he's like, that's where I feel like they could easily tie it in. I think that'd be a sweet tie-in with the museum being right there, because they're like, oh, well, clearly something's happening with this. Here's more.
Are you excited for Mega Heat Ran?
I'm not opposed to it.
I am.
I like his look. I just wish they would give it like.
I love toilets. That's true. Toilets with teeth.
He just looks like a urinal.
Like toilets with teeth.
This poor boy. It would have been dope if they would have made him more like agile. Like that's the thing I wish they would do with any of the Pokemon, is give them alternate, like subtle form changes based on their moods or their abilities.
Okay.
Or something like that, because I think like Venusaur just looks slow. I'd love for him to have like an agile form where he's like, just like how they had. I always think back to the kid who trained his in the show.
Oh, his Sandshrew.
With Sandshrew, that thing was a monster. Like, where is that kid now?
Well, he was in the Pokemon League.
Oh, I would hope so. That kid was he was Bosch training as a child.
I mean,
like,
he was torturing his Pokemon.
He was, but at the same time, like those Pokemon, I think appreciated the dedication, because he's like, you can do it. Like, it was a weird dynamic.
Yeah,
Hopefully, again, he treats them better. But like, because for a while they were just like being tortured. But I think that was also Ash not understanding. Like, yeah, I'm pushing my Pokemon hard. Like, he's like, being buddies is nice, but that doesn't. It's not getting him to the next level. He's like, you actually have to push him and care.
Yeah,
and he did both. Like, I don't think, like, he did have a whip, and that's never good. So that definitely, I would advocate with. I agree with that.
Maybe don't do that.
But like, there's other harsh trainings that you could do. But you're gonna. His Sandshrew can handle water.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
It's pretty gnarly, actually.
But that's where it's like, I wish they could showcase more of that in like this game, to give it a little bit more. And that's why you're even saying Pokopia, like the dynamics with the Pokemon are different. Like they each have personalities that show.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, if you ever played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon,
no.
Part of the reason people love Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is all the Pokemon have personalities. Like Grovyle is like a true hero in that game. What a badass!
I've seen like clips.
Love it. Yeah, Pokopia is kind of similar. Like, you interact with these Pokemon, and I was like, damn it, they got me. Like Pikachu. Pikachu is so cute, dude. I hate Pikachu.
But Pikachu's like, yep, I
Pikachu's
gave so
like,
much to these ingrates.
I'm dead. Pikachu's cute,
it's
dude.
so sad.
He can't even electrocute anything.
No.
He's vibing.
He's just there being a sad boy.
And Moslax?
Didn't he just like basically give up?
Moslax lost in a battle, and then he decided that he couldn't handle it, so he just slept for eternity.
Depression?
Mad depression.
Queen? Yeah. That's so sad.
His story is badass, though. Like, he used to live in a town where like, if ruffians came, people would just give him food and he'd beat their ass.
That's actually kind
of cool. And then people would stop giving him food, like, because the people started disappearing or whatever. Anyway, there's a story behind all these Pokemon. They're so cool. It's so good. I mean, anyway, I want Moslax and Pikachu and like DJ Rotom and shit to be in Pokemon Go.
Oh, I'm sure they will. They'll just be like a feature.
I'd be curious. Yeah, I'd be curious to see, because it's like, no, we'll see. Anyway.
Yeah. What are you hoping for the tour?
The tour.
Or the
World
fest.
Tour?
Sorry.
This is going to ruin the tour.
Yeah, no, the fest.
The fest.
The fest.
What am I hoping for? the fest. I want them to explore the night event again.
It sounded like a great
event. It doesn't have to be like a mega night thing, but that's like really cool because like again, it's one of those celebrate your players first and foremost, old and young, and returning and long-term.
Did you see that new social media venture they're trying to do? It's called Go Memories.
Oh, I did see that.
Like hashtag Go Memories. I think that's great because it didn't just focus on ambassadors and like look at us.
Correct.
Like it said, show us actual genuine things of communities and all that stuff, and like take the pictures.
Yeah.
And tag it on, I think like X or Instagram and things. And I was like, yeah, that should be what this should have been about. Like, as much as some ambassadors do like awesome things, there's plenty of folks before ambassadors ever existed that were holding down the fort and keeping this game afloat.
Yeah.
That Pokemon or the game makers, I feel like, never gave their flowers. And this is a nice opportunity for that. Are they going to give flowers for it? No. But I think it's a nice opportunity to showcase like your experiences over time.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, look at this. Like, because we have plenty of like photos from our stuff from like back in the day of like, yeah.
For sure.
Like, that's why like when we had the 30th anniversary, I gave like that shout out to the group and the Facebook groups that have like hosted, that have been welcoming our advertisements for the last like 10 years.
Right.
Of like, yeah, like we've been doing stuff in Aurora for so long, and it is always entertaining when people are like, oh, I didn't know. And I'm like, I really don't know how you could not have known, because you can see who posts, and if you ever decide to go down the rabbit holes that the internet has, all you have to do is go back and see, and then you'd be like, oh yeah, or just search that person in a group, like whoever's putting the most tags, the highest contributor, you could see as far back as that person goes in that group and be like, oh damn, like they have been, like this person isn't just talking out their ass. Like,
yeah, but I think I do like that aspect for sure, and I thought that was really nice, kind of a nice gesture. If you engage with the social media aspect of it,
it felt like a more genuine move than what I've seen.
Correct,
recently.
Which I do like, and I like those moments, and that's kind of why like I said, the Mega Knight raid thing that they did for Go Tour, kind of I watched, like I said, I watched Trainer Tips, he had a video on it, but like some other creators that I didn't even know really played Pokemon Go ended up being like invited to that event, and they were showcasing like the things that they were doing for that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Side note, I think the Rose Bowl is still a terrible venue, but like but like I get it. Just maybe don't go to LA every year, but they
must have worked out some sweet deals to keep that one.
Well, and it's like one of those, like I feel like it's easier for them to keep it relatively safe. I think that's a big deal. And there's a whole bunch of other factors.
That's what I keep seeing in posts, like, why would you go to LA? It's dangerous. I'm like, every place is dangerous.
Literally.
Like, what? I don't understand what people don't get. America is dangerous.
Yeah, like, where do you think is a safe place? There's not
school?
One.
Is it a movie theater?
Not anymore.
Is it these places?
Yeah.
No. Is it a church? No.
No. So ultimately, but the night event kind of spoke out to me in that like people were having a blast, because like that was, they shadow dropped in a sense the Mega Dragonite. And that's cool. Not everyone's favorite, but everyone was super pumped. Like on the video, you could just hear people like screaming and having a great time, like actually engaging with each other in the game. They had DJ. They had Caleb City. I don't know if doing the DJing for it. That was pretty sick. I would love that kind of stuff. So an event like that, but I think it'd be fun if it wasn't just here's a new Mega, here's Mega Lucario Z or something like that, which I love Mega Lucario Z, but it's like it'd be fun if it was a Rocket Takeover. I really like that event, or something like that. Something kind of new, something kind of, or maybe you bring it back with the flavor or twist to make it feel special. And so, like, I think that'd be cool. A side note, and I know this is a logistical nightmare, but I kind of wish that they would do all of the in-person events at the same time, like the same weekend. So then, like, you get to pick whichever one you go to naturally, and I get it. They want some people, like, they're influencers, to go to all three, and they want, like, and again, a logistical nightmare. Not all those venues are going to be available at the same time, and there's weather issues and things like that. But, like, it's like, it'd be kind of fun if everyone got to experience it at the same time. And I get they have the global event for that in a sense, but that happens after all these in-person events every time. So it's like, I get the FOMO of watching the in-person event, or I already know what's kind of coming, and they have to like parse it down to be global or to be digestible in the global event. I guess what I'm getting at is it'd be kind of nice if everyone got to have a shared experience at the same time. Because I think that's what makes those events and those moments special.
Yeah.
So for GoFest, I keep saying Go Tour. For GoFest, I think that would be cool. I'm curious to see. So Zero Aura, I like Zero Aura. Zero Aura got a movie.
I have yet to see.
Zero Aura was like, I didn't see the movie, but I like the concept of the Pokemon. But it's like it's never really. It's kind of just been there.
Yeah.
They added it like really late to I think. Sun and Moon is like a DLC Pokemon essentially, or you get a mystery gift. It wasn't like an event. It wasn't. There's no story bits to it.
There. Like,
it's allegedly mythical or legendary. One of the two.
I have no
That's
idea.
my point, though. Is like I really wish it had like its own time to shine, and maybe this is
a Thundercat.
But maybe this is an opportunity for that. I'm not sure. I still wish Pokemon Go would have its own more or less story beats, and they kind of do with their events, but like something a little bit more in depth. But going to Go Fest, naturally just looking forward to the event in general. Chicago's, I think, a fun city coming from an architectural background. There's a lot of beautiful architecture there. One of the most interesting McDonald's in the world is there because it was designed by Mies van der Rohe, who's a very prominent, famous architect who kind of coined the modern movement, Farnsworth House and all these other things. So anyway, point is that's really cool. And yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see how the event's going to go. If they do something a little bit different, it'd be nice. I think because it's the 30th anniversary, I guess I'm expecting something a little bit more extravagant.
I'm telling you, I just want. Wait, that also the other thing that'd be cool is Shadow Lugia.
Shadow Lugia would
if
be
Shadow legit
sick.
Shadow Gale of Darkness Lugia makes an appearance in the night, because again all the birds are present. They showcase all the birdies.
Yeah.
So if they have that, and like maybe they drop a new form of Ho-Oh, like Ultimate Rainbow or some Endless Rainbow, I'm like, yes, Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
They do Purple Rain Ho-Oh.
Rain.
I'd be like, dang.
Damn!
Like, it's just in a sleek, like, velvety kind of like, my God. Like, that'd be kind of cool, but it's just an opportunity, because I do like the genuine surprises.
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of, like, just like how they did it at the TCG Championships.
Uh-huh.
And then what Pokemon did they drop there?
That was the Eternatus.
Yes.
The Eternamax. Yeah.
Yeah. When they're like, look what's here. And everyone's like,
guess what?
Wait.
And then everyone's like, oh my, oh, it
Yeah.
was like, that was sick. Yeah, that was like really cool. And it would have been a fun moment to be a part of.
Yes.
And I guess that's what I'm hoping for with Go Fest.
Yeah. Make it like a night to remember.
And I do kind of wish they would also do that, and that's kind of what I was getting at, is I wish they would do something similar for Go Fest, like the global versions.
Yes.
If they would do something new for everybody. So it's a shared experience, it's new, you don't know what to expect, because we already knew like Mega Dragonite. We knew the other Mega. So like with the in-person events happening before the global event, we already know what's coming, and part of it's like nice to prepare for, but at the same time, it's just like it would be nice to just like have that dropped on you and just be
well, and that's where I think the cool thing would be just to drop back to like the commercials, where you're like if you got an alert at like 10 or at like 8 o'clock, the event's over, it's been over an hour, and then a little alert comes on your phone like, hey, there's an egg nearby.
Yeah, absolutely.
We haven't seen this egg before. It starts in an hour. Or it starts in 2 hours.
Be sick, dude.
I'd be like, what?
Get your nap
And then
in.
everyone looks. Yeah, I was like, get my power nap in. And then it's like, plan that bitch out. And then it's like, your arrival time is here.
Yeah.
And then you look at the park and you can see like 5 eggs. So all right, there's gonna be 5 groups. All right, so I have my set group, and it kind of almost be reminiscent of the day 1 raids.
Yeah.
When I remember meeting up over by, I think the most memorable one I have is, I think it was like in Articuno. When those first dropped, and we all met at near Jamba Juice.
Yeah.
And that's when we got to see a lot of players who you didn't get to really see their faces, because the first raids, you didn't know who people were, you just knew their names.
Right, and you saw them.
Like, who's this?
But you see them in the raid, and you like look around, you're like, oh, that's you? You know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how dare you? And
that's
you're like,
sick. Well, that was, because back in the Gym Wars days.
Yes, the Gym Wars. The territorialness that Aurora had was,
hell, I think, like,
pretty peak.
I think they should bring it back.
They really should. Like, I've been wanting to spark that back up, but I've been enjoying my gym and having that perk.
The one that's in your garage?
It's
your
so
home
weird.
gym?
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, it is. It is an awesome home gym. But yeah, I would love something like that. I think that'd be a sweet one if it just went off to be like, hey,
that's what I'm talking about, though.
There's
like
this here.
A fun, like an inclusive event for everybody. But it's kind of like no one knows about it. I think that would be great.
Especially if you've done your stuff, like it sends you the alert in game.
Yeah.
Or like you can have it to where it's like special alerts get a text.
Mm-hmm.
So if I got a text like, hey, something's coming up.
Okay.
I'd be like, what the fuck? And then you like watch it and it's like a YouTube video and it shows like Team Rocket freaking out and why Giovanni's like, we need you. Can you please get here?
Uh-huh.
And then you get the alert notice and it comes in and then like your Rotom's just like, ah! And you're like, oh, let me go check that out. Like that'd be a great rejuvenation of the elite raids.
Yeah.
For example. Or if they just had Mega Dragonite XP delivery service, he just like
here's a letter.
Shows up in super form to be like, you're invited to the super elite the super elite raid.
That'd be really cool.
Like, so you're aware.
Yeah, imagine getting an invite to Mewtwo's Island.
Especially now that he can have supers. Mewtwo just reconstructed an island nearby. It's just like 100 feet away. He's like, no, I have the same island. I kept all those same Pokemon. They're just now all super megas.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then you see, that's
what I'm saying.
I would lose my shit if you see the tiger striped Pokemon
all the clones
come out and they're just like, hey. And then he got others, like he was able to clone Mew perfectly.
Yeah.
Something Team Rocket's never been able to do. It's like a blue Mew with like pink stripes.
Mew.
That'd be adorable.
Mew.
No, but he has like a deeper tone. He's like, Mew. Yeah, I'm like, I want D-Voice Mew. I need him.
Mew.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
That'd be sick.
But again, the whole reason we're doing this is to put it out there. Hopefully Niantic does do something. I don't want any credit. I just want them to do something fucking awesome. That's all.
Yeah, I just want a good event. I want a fun cool
something
event
where you're like,
you're just like, damn, I experienced that. And not for nothing. Again, last time we went, it wasn't a particularly great day for us playing.
Oh my god!
But it was still memorable and it was fun. And that was the first time we got that makeup event. And
we were the first
time for global, and that shit was sick, dude.
Oh, that was such a good day. I remember how many people fucking hate us for it. Like, you got the Saturday makeup thing. I was like, we did. Went to AMC and just fucking
went to town. Like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah, and it was just for us.
And
other folks that had their passes. Like, it was a beautiful day.
A great time. All right, man. Well,
I guess one thing we obviously went through a lot of like wants and such. If you were to have a date, obviously we're in the Pokopia event right now.
Okay.
If you were to introduce a unique future form to a Pokemon, following this dark, desolate storyline I'm hearing about,
okay,
which Pokemon would you want to be added to that?
So add a Pokemon. Oh, that's tough. Because part of what makes it stand out for games like Pokopia or again Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is like the Pokemon have a personality or they have a reason why they're that way.
Yeah.
A future version or something that existed in the wasteland or something a little bit desolate or
I have my 2 in mind.
You have 2 in mind, dude?
Yeah.
All right, hit me with 1.
Okay.
I'll reciprocate and then give me your second one.
Okay. So Chansey and Blissey, because there's no more hospitals.
Okay.
There's no more things like that. And because they can't save everyone, they basically kind of lose their minds. To where they become like dark psychic types.
Oh, interesting.
Because they lose it because they couldn't save the world or heal it with all the healing abilities that they have. So they kind of go wild. And then they become like either like guardians of like the ruins to try to keep that memory alive.
Okay.
Or they just kind of go dark. And the reason why it came up, strangely enough, is because I was watching something. I don't know why in the mornings I get like random blurbs about the Pokemon show. And it's talking about like happening when Brock got it.
Yeah.
And how it was just like a powerhouse and then eventually got up to Blissey level.
Yeah.
And was just like a steadfast champion with Brock to become like a healer.
Okay.
And so I think if it was stayed behind, like that betrayal or that loss made it go dark. Because if humanity basically like put them all away, if any of them stayed back to like help and they were told no, like that clicked. So I think it'd be kind of cool to see like a dark form of Blissey and Chansey.
Interesting.
Just like how everyone assumes like Clefairy and them are like parallels with Gengar. Like I think it'd be cool to see like a dark type of Blissey and Chansey line.
Okay. Okay, I'm digging that.
So what about you?
I think that's kind of fun. What about me? I think well, I'm trying to think of every time I think of something like does that kind of exist already? Maybe it does. I would like to see I was thinking of the Honedge or Honedge line.
Okay.
But almost like regional variants in like different weapons or swords or whatever kind of around the world. Ooh. But also just like, you know, because it's a sentient sword and then like its evolutions, like how it could branch out into other sort of weapons and things like that.
I don't see like a halberd.
Yeah. Almost like a ghost or sorry, it's almost like Rotom, but instead of like appliances, it's weapons. But kind of similar to the Honedge Honedge line. I think that'd be kind of compelling to me. I've always kind of enjoyed studying different weapons throughout history and kind of how that's evolved through the very many ups and downs of our of humanity.
Yeah.
And like especially like the regional aspects of it. So maybe that's one to think of. I think something else that was kind of compelling to me is, again, I kind of go back to like the Moslax. It just like this Pokemon's been here for so long that like moss is growing on. It's got like little parts of life and everything like that coming out of its noggin. So like, what if I was thinking, for some reason I was thinking of Onyx.
Fair.
Onyx and like Steelix, but like in terms of one that has been like kind of overgrown with green and with life. And then it becomes like a forest spirit, almost similar to Princess Mononoke. Even though we have Xerneas, which is kind of like the forest spirit in its own right, but like a grass fairy Onyx variant would be kind of interesting to me. But yeah, no, that's a tough one. I feel like I'd have to think about it a little bit further. But yeah.
And see, I think for the Onyx line, I'd love a fire steel type.
Okay.
Like he goes further into the Earth's core to help like
Magma.
Keep it jumped and basically like internalizes the flame,
mm-hmm.
and it keeps it going to where it like can move faster and sleeker, but at the same time, like if it gets super cool, that's where it could break apart. But I think that'd be really cool. I like that. Okay. Well, yeah, that was just something that just came to mind. Mainly just because that random happening thing I was exposed
the happening
to.
part is really funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember those clips or like those scenes from the anime. It's like,
because it was just like super strong. I was like,
yeah.
And just like throw a boulder. You're like, how are you so strong? And it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, again, for folks, a quick summary of this podcast was obviously learn how to read the Niantic advertisements. Don't assume anything with the game. I think read it for what it says, and plan accordingly.
And May is not a guarantee. It's like
it's a far cry from a guarantee.
It's simple. There's nothing guaranteed in this game outside of you will receive the items that it tells you will pay for.
Yes.
And I don't mean that by the battle pass. I just mean like the box. Okay, I paid 400 coins for this. I'm going to get those items. That's like the only guarantee in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Now there are a lot of things that there's a high likelihood of happening, but there's a lot of things that are low likelihood of happening. But nothing is guaranteed in this game. It's all chance.
Yeah, legendaries being easy to catch has never been a thing.
That's kind of fun.
I think the only legendaries that you for sure will get that are more random are like the ones from like the rewards for the weekly encounters.
Yeah, like the 7
when they have them.
Yeah.
Eventually they might bring that back. Like, there's gonna be plenty of events where those will be back. So don't fear if you feel like you missed it. You didn't.
I fear.
Like, there's been so many returns of Lugia, we've lost count.
Yeah.
Same with the legendary birds, the legendary dogs or beasts, the Reggies, the genies. Like, they're all gonna be back in some sort of circulation again. So just kind of bide your time. Get it for the decks if you can. If not, just
FTD.
do your stuff. Like, pay attention when the raids are. Like, go to a few raids here and there. Learn to raid more casually so you're not always dependent on, like, a big group. If you're in rural areas, definitely try to join, like, bigger platforms so you can raid nearby. But it's understandable if you don't want to use your raid passes, your remote raid passes all the time, then that's where you have to be really selective.
Yeah.
And I think this game teaches that indirectly.
Yeah. I would add on to that real quick. You can influence your play space in that, like, nominating stops is a huge one. Please make sure you use that resource. Jack's a huge champion for it, and one of the best examples of making the playing community that we play in better.
Well,
has been like
now
all the nominating.
Pokopia is doing the same thing because you literally build an environment that invites Pokemon back. So they kind of go hand in hand. If you enjoy doing that, you can, to a degree, do that in Pokemon. I think some of the easy things I would recommend is points of interest are things that stand out. So art pieces, I think, is a great one.
Yep.
Colorful murals, framed photographs. Be mindful of the area you do. Like, don't do schools, like, at all. Like, you can maybe get like a bench or maybe a table, a lending library or something like that. But don't focus on schools.
No.
Really, it's a waste of your time. If there's a point of interest, try to plan something like 60 feet away from it. I think is about 60 to 100 feet away to give it good spacing. And again, it's just a rough guess. But if things are too close, very oftentimes you're not going to get that because it's too close.
Right.
Only in like big cities like New York have I seen things stacked, or like Las Vegas. I've seen things stacked on each other, but even then, that's still a rare commodity.
Yeah. For sure.
If something's far away, be mindful of like the spacing when you nominate it. But again, if some stuff might be considered too generic, like a store title, find murals in that store. We just got the at the King Supers off of what was it, Tower in Hampton.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful Aurora mural outside that just became a stop.
Excellent.
So things like that, just be on the lookout for art pieces, lighting design stuff, signature architecture, parks, sculptures at parks. There's a lot of new builds going on. I was just actually doing nominations at the new Addy apartments that are going up near the light rail. And there's a new other apartment called the Guild over there, it looks like. Those have some seating areas and benches, so like those could be stops. Whenever they roll out the bus stop thing, I think that will be a great addition.
Sure.
Because I've tried nominating bus stops before, but America is not the best when it comes to promoting their public transportation, especially like the many bus stops that exist.
Right.
Some of them are just a signpost with a number. Not every one of them has a bench. I think it should be required.
Yeah, I agree.
If they do that, to have a bench, and none of that hostile architecture bullshit.
I think it should be a covered bench, but
Yeah, I agree. It should always be a covered bench that stands out. But I don't like hostile architecture where they try to prevent the homeless or unhoused from taking residence. I've hated hostile architecture.
Right.
Like, just put a plant. Like, put something or just make the seats narrow.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's not good either way. But I think bus stops should be... I'm excited for whenever that rolls out.
Yeah. I think it'd be
because
good.
There'll be so many more stops available.
Not to sidetrack you too much, but yeah, ultimately, if you're rural or whatnot, I think
you can tell I'm passionate about it because I'm just like, here's things.
But do it, use it. It's a tool that we all have as players.
Like if
it's very underutilized in my opinion.
Because it's understandable. I think that's one of the things Niantic could be better about is there's lots of emphasis on ambassadors, and ambassadors do have to do certain objectives. But the one thing I've noticed is once they get their areas, that's it. There's no other community building outside of that little housed area.
Correct.
And I think that is not what the goal should be, is you get your campsite and you're done.
Right.
Because what's the point of that? Like, now you just have a site where everyone's going to go consistently, but not everyone's going to be at that campsite every single day.
Bragging rights, baby.
Yeah, like, and that's all fine and dandy for them, but like, that's where as individual players, you can build up your areas and make them awesome for yourselves.
Definitely.
To where you don't always have to go to that campsite if you don't want to. Because some of them are far. It's not like they're abundant everywhere.
No.
And right now, for folks that aren't aware, like the person that, or the folks that do the onboarding haven't been at the helm for 10 months.
Correct.
That's not good. So, and then they also rolled out the map, the website map. And for folks that don't know, running an app like Campfire is over $150,000 a year.
Yep.
Whereas running a website, $5,000.
Yeah.
So something to keep in mind is like Niantic Scopely has every opportunity to just be like, we're just making this web based if they want to, because they could have a similar sign in like they do Wayfair and just call it a day and just wipe out the app.
Yeah.
Would I be opposed to that? No.
I don't care. Yeah,
I don't care. Like, because they can figure out how to keep the communities afloat. If it's just they have a little web page, so be it.
Yeah, I agree.
But the app itself, like if they could revert that energy, revert that $150,000 a year into more quality of life stuff for Pokemon, I would take that any day.
For sure.
Like they could add one of the things I was thinking of when it came to like the Mega Raids, if they're going to keep this Super Mega, is if your Mega faints, that you have the option to use a Max Revive right there.
Like in the battle?
In the battle. So you don't have to quit out.
I think using items in the battle would be kind of... I mean, I don't know where you put it on the UI or whatever, but it'd be kind of nice.
Well, you could just attach it to the the Mega Pokemon only.
Okay.
That could be a trial run. Good trial run to try.
Or like a carried item.
Oh, you give it an item to carry in, just like
you can give it a Max Revive berry or a Max Revive or whatever it is, and then like, oh shit, I'm dead. Gotcha, or something.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it next time, but ultimately, I think that'd be kind of nice.
Should we discuss like good quality of life things to do
next time
in the next episode?
Yeah, I think so. That'd be fun.
Okay.
I love a good quality of life update. I got so many ideas.
So many. Yeah. So Niantic, we would love for you to listen to it and take those ideas and run with them. Because some of the quality of life stuff has been great, but there's definitely others that would be astronomical.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I mean,
all right.
As Pedro Pascal says in Wonder Woman 1984, life's good, but it could be better.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry to invoke that terrible movie. But anyway, you got anything for the people?
Please be safe out there.
Be safe.
What else? And with obviously the cold weather, check your stuff, check your animals.
Check yourself.
Check your vehicles.
Yeah, check your vehicle. Check your vehicle for animals.
Check your vehicles for animals.
Legitimately.
I think some people had like mice chewing on their electrical wires.
Yeah, my mom had a mouse or some kind of rodent chewed through her power steering. So yeah, be careful. Definitely be careful.
They try to kill us.
Yeah, for real though.
They take out the steering.
So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of the crazy weather patterns. I know it doesn't feel, if you're in the Colorado area, especially the Denver area, it doesn't feel like it's been that crazy. Around the country, it's been wild. We've had a bunch of tornadoes and stuff already in like Oklahoma and the Midwest, fatal ones. So just if you're traveling, be mindful of that. But also in general, just because we didn't have a crazy winter doesn't mean our springtime won't be winter delayed or something like that. Like
we can't get snow all the way until May 5th.
It's getting crazy out there, so just be careful. Yeah. Be safe. Look forward to whatever events you care about. Outside of that, we love you guys.
Yeah, be safe again. Bye.
Bye.